Hey everybody, this is Chris with Simple Tech coming at you with this week's Simple Tech tips, helping you take the stress out of IT. So this week we're going to talk a little bit about Spotlight on the Mac. Spotlight on the Mac is an amazing search utility. Not only can it search your computer for things that you're looking for, it'll also search the web. It'll suggest things for you, such as maps or maybe locations that you might be looking for, do calculations and conversions. And we're going to kind of go through all that and highlight some of the power that Spotlight has built in right on your computer, to where you don't necessarily even have to open up Safari or Google Chrome and do a search. You just open up Spotlight with a quick keyboard click, and boom, you type in what you're looking for, and it's going to show you. So if you're ready, let's get started. All right, so like I said at the beginning, Spotlight, expansive search tool on your Mac. Searches more than just the Mac, searches the internet, does conversions, all kinds of good stuff. So much stuff that I have notes for you that I have to refer to because I'll forget something if not. Let's just be real. All right, so let's dig in. So a couple ways to access the Spotlight. First one, quick and easy. Top right-hand corner of your screen by default on every Mac is this little magnifying glass that you can see that I've highlighted up in there. Now when I click on it, it opens the Spotlight search. So you can click there, it'll open it up. My favorite one, however, is just a simple keyboard command, because I always seem to have a hand on my keyboard, at least one of them, and it's just Command and Spacebar. And they are right next to each other on your keyboard, so it's just really easy to tap the Command key, hold it down, tap the Spacebar, boom, it opens up. You do it again and it closes it. So then it's just really easy to jump into your search term and type in what you're looking for if you just know the keyboard command, because you obviously got to type in there, right? So Command Spacebar, I'm going to type in bike. And so you can see here when you type in the word bike as an example, Spotlight starts to give you essentially search results as if you were doing a Google search. That's kind of what the top part is. Now it's trying to suggest something for me, maybe based upon a previous search that I had done or something along those lines, like bike ride. Now granted, I don't want bike ride. I can come down. If I were to hit the return key right now, it's going to open Google Chrome for me and it's going to do a Google search for bike. But what's awesome is if we keep coming down here, and I'm just going to go ahead and use my trackpad and scroll down, it's going to show me stuff in maps. It's going to show me the definition of the word bike from Oxford Dictionary. It's even going to show me conversations and mail and messages that I might have in there. For some reason, Russell Hamby in my contacts has bike in the name. Don't know why. Maybe it's an address. PDF documents. Other, so like a random JSON file, developer files. A lot of you won't have those types of things in there, but these are all the things that on my computer that it's seeing. And so you can even see down here at the bottom, podcasts, right? You can continue to search the web. And if I did search in Finder, which I'm going to go ahead and click on now, it's going to pull up everything that it's finding in Finder on my computer. So you can see here up in the top, it's searching this Mac. I could have it focused just on the desktop if I wanted to, or shared files, shared volumes, but these are all the files on my computer that are actual documents or files of some sort that have the word bike in them. Now let's do another one. So again, Command Spacebar, I'm going to type in takeout. What I love about this one is, I was going to use the word food, but I thought takeout might be a little more fun. It's trying to predict, like, do you want to search for takeout near you? So that way you maybe get some food delivered to you or something along those lines. You can see if I come down, again, maps, it's showing me with location services turned on. It is showing me the close things for me. Like La Familia is right around the corner. Great Italian restaurant if you're in Reno, especially downtown. Definition of what takeout is, again, mail and messages. And you can see the words takeout are in a lot more of my mails and messages than other things, right? Documents, spreadsheets, again, developer files, PDF documents, a presentation, even events and reminders from calendar events. And again, you could do search in Finder if you wanted to. And, if I were to click on one of these map items, so like I said, La Familia is close to me, you can see I just click on it one time, not twice, just once. And it's going to show this preview pane over on the right-hand side. And what's great about that is you could then just, from here, if you have FaceTime audio set up as an example, you could just call, or you can go to their website, or up at the top, you could just simply get directions if you're close by. but it's pulling up everything just like Maps would on your phone. I'm sure a lot of you have iPhones and you do searches for those types of things. You can see photos from OpenTable, useful things to know. They take Apple Pay, so a lot of great information is available to you in this side preview if you were to click on it. So like if I were to do the definition of takeout, there you go. It's showing me the definition. These are all single clicks. If you double click on it, it will actually perform that action and open Google search or open Maps or something along those lines. So kind of keep that in mind. So like here's the email, right? It's not going to load my email here in this particular case, and that's probably something I might have deleted. Let's see, let's do the doc one here. So this was the agenda of our doc video that we did not too long ago, and kind of what we were going to talk about. So that pulls those up and it lets you get a preview of those. So single clicks, that's the big one, just remember that. Now another one, sorry for all you Giant fans out there, I'm a Dodger fan, so boom, here we go. I'm typing in Dodgers. What's great is it pulls up, it goes, okay, you must be talking about the Los Angeles Dodgers. I can see today's game at 4:10, and you see that it's highlighted blue already, right? Now if I tap the tab key, check this out, I got the full schedule that's upcoming. I can see what the game time is for 9-1, 9-2, 9-3, so on and so forth, and you can kind of just scroll down. And this is all provided by Major League Baseball. Now again, you have all these other different options over here. The Dodger website, again, a single click. The official Dodger website, if I were to double click on it, it simply will open up that website for me. So a lot of great tools that you could use here. So I'll actually add the word score to the Dodgers, and you can see here, it is giving me yesterday's Dodgers score game, which they beat the Mets 4-3 in game 1 of the series. So a lot of cool things that you could do with Spotlight, and this is just the beginning, right? So weather, let's do another one. So I live in Reno, so we're gonna do Reno weather. And you can see here, provided by the Weather Channel, it's sunny, 90 degrees outside currently, high is gonna be 97 with a low of 63. Now granted, we could do a lot of this on our phones these days, right, with our apps and all that kind of good stuff, but again, a great tool that's right on your computer for you to search. So I wish I was in South Lake Tahoe right now, because it is a heck of a lot cooler there than it is down here. All right, so let's move on to another one here. Something that I forgot to show. Let's go back to showing those files and whatnot that we were seeing on the Mac. So I'm gonna go back to Takeout, because we had some documents in there that we could work with. So see, this is why I'm glad I had notes. Now, one of the neat things is when you do find a document in here that you need, maybe you don't know where it's located, and that's what you're trying to figure out, right? You're trying to be like, okay, I have a document in here, this doc.pages that is what I'm looking for, but I don't know where to find it. I can't find it anywhere. So there's a couple cool things that you could do here in this particular case. One is if you hold the command key down on your keyboard and then you give it a double click, it's gonna open it up to the folder in which it's located, instead of opening the document itself, which it would do if you were to double click it normally. It would actually open that document. In this case, it's going to go to the location of where it's stored, and if you're showing your path down at the bottom of the Finder window, I can see where I have it hiding. So you can see it's in my Dropbox, it's in training videos that we did for macOS and the doc folder, so I would be able to find that then in that case. And then another cool thing that you could do is, if you just want a quick copy of this, what you can do here is simply just drag it from that. I clicked and held the button down on my mouse, and I'm dragging it from that document's highlighted blue, and I'm just gonna let go. And now on my desktop, it created a copy of that file for me to easily access. It is independent of the original file that you had that we just showed a moment ago. When we found the location of it. So I could safely delete that and not have to worry about it. But a couple cool little tip tricks there while you're looking for documents, especially if you don't know where those documents are at, or you want to create a copy of it because maybe you don't want to damage the document. Something along those lines, right? So let's talk about calculations, conversions, temperature conversions it can even do, or measurements. So let's dig into that a little bit. So again, Command Spacebar, we're not going to talk about Takeout anymore. Let's talk about, oh, I don't know, I am traveling internationally sometime soon. Maybe I'm gonna travel to Mexico, and I'm gonna go visit. And it's just like, you know what? I want to know, what is $100 in pesos? And so you can see when I tap that in, it does the calculation for me. $100 is 2,015.20 pesos based upon today's conversion rate. Well, maybe you typed in pesos because you didn't know the currency, what you were really looking for, and you're like, you know what is the conversion of $100 in other currencies? If I simply hit the tab key right now on my keyboard, now what's awesome is I could see it in euros, so it's almost $1 for $1. I could see it in British pounds, I could see it in Japanese yen, I could see it in Canadian dollars. So a great little tool to get more information when you do a search like that. And so you could do it for pesos, you could do it for, you could think about anything that you can really do. So I'll do yen, even though we just saw it a moment ago. Again, if I hit tab, it's going to show me, see, I don't have pesos here. Now I have Swiss francs in there instead. So really cool conversion tool for you to use if you want to do currency conversions. Now let's talk about calculations. This is one of my fun ones. So let's say you're just, I don't know what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 89 is. Well, now I do. It's 1,098,705. And if you remember from grade school, PEMDAS, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, subtraction. If you type in a formula in that way, it will actually calculate it correctly. So you can do all kinds of great things with the calculations inside here. Great little shortcut and tool if you don't have a calculator app on your Mac or something along those lines. Maybe a kid sitting down at a computer doing homework and needs to figure out really quickly how to calculate something or what a calculation is. So, but you could see, the star is Shift and 8 for multiplication. Division would simply be the front / to get that in there. Obviously plus, minus, equals, all that good stuff. So calculations is another great thing for math that it does do. Now let's talk about temperature conversions. So 97 degrees we talked about. I didn't even have to finish writing it. It was 97 degrees is going to be the high here today, which is 36.11 degrees Celsius. So if you're ever in those situations where you're like, I have no idea what Celsius to Fahrenheit is, or vice versa, I'm with you. You could type it into Spotlight and it'll get that for you, which is pretty darn convenient at times. I don't know when I would ever use that, but it's there if you need it. My personal favorite one, besides the math calculations, is actually the conversions. There's a lot of times when you're just like, okay, how many centimeters is this? Or how many inches is this? Or, my wife buys a lot of stuff on Facebook and it's like, here's the measurements of it. And it's like, oh, maybe it's in centimeters. Okay, well, what is that in inches? So let's use it as an example. 123 centimeters to feet. So it's already kind of populating that for me, right? It's 4 feet and a half an inch. Well, what if I actually want it to inches? It's 48.43 inches. Now, what happens if I hit the tab key? Gives it to me in yards, gives it to me in meters, gives it to me in feet and inches, also gives it to me in millimeters if you want to get that granular with it. But a great tool because, us in the United States are the only ones on the imperial system. Everybody else is on a metric system. So sometimes you might need that to be able to convert things, right? So, 56 inches to meters. So it's 1.42 meters. Again, hit the tab key and I can see it in yards, feet and inches, centimeters, and millimeters. So another great measurement conversion tool that you could see there. Now, one more thing, that's the usage of Spotlight. There's one last thing that I just want to talk about, and it's kind of like the system preference for Spotlight and kind of what it searches. And we're just going to kind of review that really quick. So if we come into your system preferences, I always forget where it's hiding in here, so I just type in Spotlight in the search tool. There it is. So sometimes it might give you more information that you really need, and maybe there's things that you don't use when it comes to the search. So if you come into your system preferences for Spotlight, these are all the things by default it is going to search. So as an example, maybe you don't want the Siri suggestions, right? Maybe you don't want to search your fonts. I don't know what would you search your fonts for. I do know a lot of graphic designers, though, as an example, maybe they do need to find a specific font file that they're searching for and they just can't seem to find it. Can it do the calculator? Can it do conversions? So if there's any of these features that you want to turn off, you simply uncheck it. Now, a lot of people use this as a tool, or let me back up. If you use your mail application on the Mac, it is using Spotlight to search your email when you're in that mail application to search. And I've had instances sometimes where it doesn't properly search or it hasn't indexed it correctly and you have a hard time searching. Well, one of the cool things you can do is reset Spotlight. And the easiest way to do that is actually to come into this privacy tab over here on the right side. And when you click on privacy, you can see it says prevent Spotlight from searching these locations. If I hit the plus button, and I actually, in this case, I don't have quick access to it. Let's see. What I'm looking for is my computer. So I'm going to go a different way here because you can drag drop items in there. So I'm going to click on my Finder and I'm going to go and I'm going to come to my computer. See this Macintosh HD file that's here? If I put this in here and I bring it in, I just drug it in, you can see it saying, are you sure you want to prevent Spotlight from searching Macintosh HD? That's your entire computer. So it's not going to search anything on your machine. I'm going to say okay. I'll go ahead and close this. So we've just basically told Spotlight, I don't want you to search my computer anymore. The reason why we're doing that is because we'll just kind of go back into it and we'll click on it and we'll just hit the minus key. And we'll take it back out. We'll tell it, you know what, we changed our mind. We do want it to search the computer. And when we remove it, what happens is it forces the Spotlight program to start re-indexing. That's the phrase that they call it, re-indexing the computer. So it's going back through all your files, all your emails, and it's creating a new searchable database for you of the stuff that's physically on the machine. And so you can see now, if I open Spotlight, oh, I need to put in a search term. I saw it, but then I got rid of it. So when you open Spotlight back up now, you can see right here across the top, it's indexing. If you have a lot of data on your computer, this could take a long time. If you've got a traditional hard drive, one of the spinning disks that spins around at like 5,600 RPMs, maybe an older Mac, this could take a long time. So re-indexing isn't something that you want to do just to do it. It's if you're experiencing problems with search, and typically you'll know if you're using like the mail application and maybe something got corrupted in that database where you can't find emails that you know are there and you're trying to search for them. And so in this case, this is just going to re-index and eventually it'll finish up, depending on how long it takes. And we'll be able to see all the files and folders again that it's going to search on my computer. And get it loaded up. Thank you for watching. Please click the subscribe button if you want to keep up to date with all of our future videos, and click the thumbs up to let us know if you like this video. We also want to hear from you, so use the comments section below if you have any questions on our video or have videos that you'd like to see us create. We would love to make something pertinent to you, and thanks for watching.